Hello. Okay. Now this thing's on. Thank you. You know what? Because this thing is, I had to come back on for part 2 because part 1 didn't record. Hold on. Give me a second. Bear with me. Check this out. Because I wasn't able. Earlier, I did this stream and it didn't come out. No one got to hear it. So now I want to actually do it with the audio that's supposed to be presented with it. Okay? You know what? All good things happen for a reason. All good things happen for a reason. Somebody needed to see this. Maybe I did this earlier and, the person was asleep. It was at work. People got jobs and lives and stuff. So this has to be done so the people can hear it. Okay? Now, hold your horses. Please bear with me. Don't worry about that right now. No. Okay. Now, I hope this stream is still called Modern Villains. Because that's what the stream was about earlier. It was about the modern day villains that we actually have in our society. Now, check this out real quick, please. Actually, in all actuality, hold on. I want to go to this. This must be seen.
Thank you, sir. Now this is a single malt.
Is that liquor on school property?
Take a walk. Yeah, we're trying to enjoy a meal here. I'm so sorry, Miss Adams.
Single Parents, season premiere Wednesday after Modern Family on ABC.
Couldn't we at least let Black Jesus hang alongside?
Forget it. The only Jesus I know is him, and the one thing he don't need is a partner.
Mama, how do we know Jesus wasn't black? He could have been from the lost tribe of Israel.
So, every time I scream research or do some research, this is the type of thing that should pop into your mind. There's a little kid out there that can teach you a lot. But because you're so stuck or stubborn in your ways, you refuse to listen to that child. Well, for that, you're either going to have to learn the hard way, or you're actually going to conform and actually start trying to learn from others. But there's no way that I can keep trying to learn from you if you refuse to learn from me. So check this out.
Supposed to be black?
I bet they were. If ever people were lost, we're it. Both of you. This picture has been in my family for as long as I can remember. When I was a baby, I don't know what I saw first. My mama, my papa, or this Jesus.
Now, do you hear that? Do you hear the mental programming? Do you hear what she said? Ever since she's been a child, the only Jesus she knew was a white Jesus. Now, someone came into my stream, not the last one, because this, but the one before that one, okay? Someone came into my stream and actually asked me, how do you feel about the black Hebrews or the black Israelites? Well, actually, after seeing this, I don't know if there was a Hebrew Israelite who made this skit or if this is actual reality, but actually watching this skit makes me feel somewhat leaning towards the argument. Actually, when I read the Bible, I get the same belief. In fact, when this kid reads the Bible, he gets the same belief.
Now, he's the one I know and love, so let's close the subject. Jesus was black, the Bible would have said so.
But it does say so.
What are you talking about?
I read about it. It's in Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. I read about it in Muhammad Speaks. It says, his hair is like wool, and his eyes are like flame of fire.
Whoa, whoa. So when I say read the Bible, am I really telling you wrong? Is anyone actually out there trying to grasp anything? Any intellect? Anyone trying to do any research and boost their brain capacity or their knowledge, their wisdom? Huh? Check it out. And then what we really have to ask is who made this picture, this painting of this white Jesus? Meanwhile, there's a black one in the Bible. Huh? You tell me who made this painting, this picture, okay? All those that say that I'm living with fear and trying to spread fear and hate, huh? Racism has conquered, and now the weak have taken over, okay?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Bishop.
Hey, you know what? The Lord's not going to have mercy. You know why? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9 through 11. Okay? Read that. Check that out. Okay? And come back to me and let me know if the Lord's going to have mercy due to the reckoning of his heritage. Okay? World War III is near. Okay? And Esau is about to go down. So if you ask me if I believe about what Hebrew Israelites say, I say yes. Okay? Don't come to the channel. Don't subscribe. Don't like. If you think that I'm contrary to what you believe, okay?
Oh, do say that, don't it?
And see, Mama, look at that hair, like wool, ain't it? And look at them eyes, red like fire.
All right. So now that's the racist side, because we had to be taught racism. We had to be taught separation, okay? This was the ultimate mind meld of separation. This is what caused separation. The fact that this woman was able to tell her child all she knew her life was a white Jesus. Meanwhile, the child did research into the Bible and found in Revelations chapter 1 and 14 that there's a black Jesus. So, if you think for some reason that this is racism, no, this was brought on by a malicious character. This was someone that painted a white Jesus, okay? So check it out.
Yeah, they sure is. Junior, how come you decided to paint this?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I just had divine thoughts on my mind.
You know what? Now, this is already in good times. Now, I want to get into the modern villains. Now, right before I get into that, okay, I want to talk about what you have to go through in order for a nuclear launch. Now, the Bible states that this can come out of anywhere. It says, the Lord said he comes back as a thief in the night, in the twinkling of an eye. In 1 hour, Babylon will be destroyed, right? So, let's see what you got to go through in order to go through a launch sequence.
Only a few days into 2018, and President Trump tweeted that he has a nuclear button on his desk that is much bigger and more powerful than North Korea's. Except that nuclear button, it doesn't really exist. Instead of a button, there are two physical objects key to initiating a nuclear attack. They're called the football and the biscuit. You may already be familiar with the football. Nope, not that kind of football. It's more of a secure briefcase. A military officer at the president's side at all times is tasked with carrying it. Inside is a menu of nuclear options available to the president, including possible targets and instructions for contacting U.S. military commanders around the world. Next, the president would be required to consult with military and civilian advisors. In this case, Trump would include Lieutenant General John L. Dolan and Commander of U.S. Strategic Command, General John Hyten. But beyond a few required advisors, the president can actually include whoever else he wants. The length of this conversation and the ultimate decision to launch is completely up to the commander-in-chief. If the president decides to proceed, the biscuit comes into play. A senior officer in the war room has to verify that this command is actually coming from the president. Safety first, right?
Now, mind you, this is in the midst of a war. The nukes can already be flying, and these are the protocols and steps that we have to take in order to retaliate a launch sequence. Okay? So during these critical seconds, their missiles are already in the air about to land on us. Okay? Just to let you know. Not living in fear. Don't want you to think that this is fear in the most, okay? I'm letting you know what times we're in. This is the times of God. This is where we're supposed to be making a connection with God. Check it.
So the officer recites a code, and in turn, the president responds with a code printed on the biscuit, which is actually a card that the president carries at all times. Once the command is confirmed, it is communicated to the military personnel who will actually launch the attack. Finally, launch crews execute the plan. This basically involves unlocking various safes, entering a series of codes, and turning keys to launch the missiles. The whole process is designed to be fast, because if missiles are heading towards the United States, they could land within 30 minutes.
But it will take 15 minutes for a missile to release from a submarine silo. So in half that time, we still have to do all them protocol procedures. So by the time that other side lands their missiles, that's when we're finally getting our missiles out of our submarines. Check it out. No lies.
In other words, if the president chose to, he could order a nuclear strike in about the time it takes to write a tweet.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to say. Check it out. Hold on. I got this other one for you right here. Just to let you know.
What if the President of the United States decides to launch a nuclear strike? President Trump started 2018 with a tweet chiding North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un that he too has a nuclear button, and it's bigger and more powerful than Kim's. But launching a missile involves much more than pushing a button, and really there is no button. Here's what would actually happen. The President must first discuss the plan with a group of military and civilian advisors.
Now, I'm showing you this for a reason. This is leading up to the next video. This is all about our modern villains. Because for some reason, some people want to call me a nut job or crazy or some crazy stuff like that. These are our... Watch, check it out.
The group includes the Pentagon's Deputy Director of Operations and the head of U.S. Strategic Command. Anyone else in the group is at the President's discretion. The call either takes place in the White House Situation Room or the President can be patched in on a secure line. Some of the advisors may try to change the president's mind or even resign in protest, but ultimately the Pentagon must do whatever the commander-in-chief orders.
So eliminations, liquidations, anything can be of a procedure. They would have to be removed, even if they resigned. The missiles are still in the air, okay?
That meeting with advisors can be as short as 30 seconds. Next, the president gives the order to launch. But before the Pentagon can prepare the launch order, it must first verify that the person ordering the strike is indeed the president. An officer in the Pentagon's war room reads what's known as a challenge code. For example, Delta Echo. The president retrieves the biscuit, a laminated card the president or a military aide carries at all times, and finds the matching response to the challenge code. For example, Charlie Zulu. Once the codes match, the launch order goes out. The war room prepares a message containing the war plan, time of launch, authentication codes, and the codes needed to unlock the missiles before firing them. That message is only about 150 characters long. It's encoded, encrypted, and broadcast to launch crews. At this point, only about 2 to 3 minutes may have passed since the initial conference call. Within seconds, a submarine and 5 ICBM crews in various underground bunkers receive the launch orders. They open safes and compare their sealed authentication system codes to those sent by the war room. This will confirm that the order is authentic. If the codes match, the crews enter the war plan number into their launch computers. They type additional code to unlock the missiles, and at the designated time of launch, the 5 crews simultaneously turn a launch key retrieved from their safe.
Launch keys. Now, who would actually... Please keep in mind that countries that contain nuclear capabilities are considered to be superpowers. All right? Just keep... Because this is leading up to the modern day villains. All right? Check it out.
It only takes 2 crews to launch, so 3 can refuse to do any of the prior steps, and the missile or missiles will still fire. For missiles launched from a submarine, there is no second key. The crew has full power to launch. From here, there is no turning back. It's been as little as 5 minutes from the time the president decided to launch a nuclear missile to the time the missile or missiles blast out of their silos. It will take submarine missiles an additional 15 minutes until they shoot out of their tubes.
Did I not just tell you 15 minutes? The other side, it will take like 30 minutes since they're in the air. It would take 15 minutes for our submarines to release us. And Russia has a hypersonic submarine or a hypersonic missile attached to a submarine called the Poseidon that's supposed to cause tidal waves or crash coastal lines. Look, we're headed. Okay, I want this to line up so you understand where we're at with these modern day villains, okay?
Once it fires, a missile and its warhead cannot be called back.
You can't call back a missile. Can't call back a missile. Now check this out. Why are our modern day villains always, well not always, but most of them are looking for peace? Now, for some reason, okay, I can cite Apocalypse. This is supposed to be a god mutant. He was brought back, resurrected, and labeled evil. Check this out.
I have returned.
The new tomorrow that starts today.
He come from?
A time before man lost his way.
Well, welcome to the 80s.
This world needs to be Mohammed.
What?
Saved.
You can't save the world just going around killing people. There's laws, systems in place for that kind of thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please bear with me, people. Check this out. You got to see it from the beginning. He said the world needs to be saved. Yo, he was an evil villain.
No more love you than I could love a new species of bacteria.
You heard what she just said. I can not love you no more than I love a new species of bacteria. This is, all right, that's leading up. So check that out. Keep that in mind too. Bacteria.
What are you doing?
She said, what are you doing? He said, learning.
One of them was held in Boston.
Since the advent of nuclear weapons, the United States does not start fights.
Never before has man possessed so much power. The Union and the United States being superpowers. Superpowers. The weak have taken the earth.
The weak have taken the earth. The Bible says in Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So as this creature, this mutant, learns the history of this place, this earth, and he's looking at our reality, this is a blood-filled greed place. As you see Wall Street, Broadway on your screen, and as he's seen Wall Street, Broadway on his screen. Remember, this is an actor. This is just a movie, but this is how they have him acted. This is how they depicting our new villains. They're so tired of war and bloodshed. Okay? Hold on.
This, I was betrayed. False gods. Idols. No more.
No more. Money, false idol. No more. Gun, false idol. No more. Nuclear capability, false idol. No more. Don't believe me? Hold on. Check it out. Just in case it's like, nah, you're bugging. Hold on. No more. That's the new motto.
The Air Force is reporting the same thing.
So much faith.
Hold on.
Always the same. And now all this. No more stones.
No more stones.
No more spears.
Now, they had Homeboy's eyes turn black, like, yo, he got demon possessed. Apocalypse took over his mind, and he's saying all this positive stuff, but he wants to just destroy the earth. All right, check it.
No more slings.
Oh, there go them keys. There go them keys. My thing is, if movies are fake and this is all fiction, why am I seeing reality being played out? What's up with that, huh? Somebody tell me about that one.
Weapons! No more systems!
No more currency systems. No more systems where I'm more wealthy than you. I'm more better than you, okay? That's what he was promoting. He wasn't that crazy mutant from the cartoon X-Men. You understand? Now these villains that we have nowadays have a meaning and a purpose, okay?
No more swords. No more weapons. No more systems. No more superpowers.
What controls this world? Them keys turning, the guns going off, the stabbings, all violence. Now, why would a person named Apocalypse, the mutant of evil, a god mutant from Egypt, why would he say no more of the committing of murders and atrocities? Why would he just relinquish that? His name is Apocalypse. He's supposed to be dripping in blood, huh? Now, see, my last thing, I didn't watch this fully out. This time, we're going to watch this out. I want to see what he's going to do with these missiles, okay? I mean, surely it's Apocalypse. He's going to blow somebody up, right? That's what I'm certain of.
What the hell's going on? Who's turning the keys? The Menor. Who greenlit the launch?
Hey, do something!
We've lost contact with all Tridents on Polaris sites. The Air Force is reporting the same thing.
So much faith. Tools. Machines.
Russia, China, England, Israel, India.
So much faith in your machines. If you listen to any of my streams, I've been saying for a long time, technology is taking us away from the connection of God, bro. And now they actually got a movie promoting what I'm saying.
Everybody's got nukes in there. What's the target? Where are they going? Up. Straight up.
Evans! What? Destroy it! Destroy everything! Destroy Cerebro!
He wanted to destroy Cerebro because he felt like he was going to sit and locate targets with the missiles. Because him and Apocalypse were linked mentally. So he was feeling like, yo, he's gonna destroy stuff. Apocalypse was like, get them weapons off the planet.
Wreak havoc.
Wreak havoc. Come on. Yo, tell me one thing. How come the whole time Apocalypse was taking over the world's nuclear arsenal? Yo, how come he didn't have to wreak havoc? How come nobody had to get mad or wild out? Nobody had to do this. Huh? You tell me that. Hey, this ain't even, I'm not even on news at this point. I'm yo, man, you late to the show. Yo, Apocalypse was a mutant from Egypt. Why was he talking about the Tower of Babel? And the Tower of Babel was in what some people consider the Bible to be the Harry Potter book. Huh? What's up with that? Because a lot of our movies get scripture from the Bible, okay? Or they get their script from the Bible, the scriptures. They go to the scriptures for their scripts, okay? Check it. You can never strike God. You can never strike God. Okay? And there's so many people that want to go out there and do such, but that's what they believe that their arsenals are made for. And their arsenals are not going to be able, your arms are not long enough to hotbox with God. Get it? Check this out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Bear with me, people. This is another villain. She was in the new Godzilla movie. Okay. Now remember in the apocalypse clip, the chick said, "I can't love you. I can love you as much as I love a newfound bacteria." Okay.
I can only imagine what you're all thinking. But if there were any other way to do this, I would.
Do what, Emma?
I'm saving the world.
By releasing those things? That doesn't make sense.
As impossible as it seems, it does. Hear me out, Mark. After we lost Andrew, I swore his death would not be in vain. That I would find an answer, a solution to why the Titans were rising. But as I dug deeper, I realized that they were here for a reason, and that despite all the years that we spent trying to stop them, we never dared to confront the truth.
Which truth?
What truth?
Humans have been the dominant species for thousands of years, and look what's happened. No.
And that's what needs to be brought out too. I haven't been the dominant species. I'm just I'm just living on the planet. I'm forced to be a consumer. Okay? I have to go into a supermarket. I have to do these things in order to survive. But who's the one that's actually in control of the corporation? Who's the ones that's polluting the sea, chopping down trees? Who's doing this? Okay? Those are the people that you're talking about. Don't sit there and say we've been in control of humanity's been in control of the planet. No. Because then that means that these things would be in control of the planet. And no, we don't need that. We need you to be removed.
Trying to stop them. We never dared to confront the truth.
Which truth?
Humans have been the dominant species for thousands of years, and look what's happened. Overpopulation, pollution, war. The mass extinction we feared has already begun.
Sex sells, pollution's greed, and also war is too, but it's innocent bloodshed. So those three factors right there is why she's saying that the earth needs to be judged. Now, I also showed you with Apocalypse that he was looking at TV and he was looking at Ronald Reagan. He was looking at modern empires and wars going off. Okay, that was reality. I don't know where everybody's saying, hey, you know, this is a fictional movie. No, but they're using reality. Okay. And what is this lady saying? Because of war. Okay. I'm going to bring that back a little bit.
Which truth?
Humans have been the dominant species for thousands of years, and look what's happened. Overpopulation, pollution, war. The mass extinction we feared has already begun, and we are the cause. We are the infection.
We are the cause, we are the infection. Now, in 1976, I'm about to bring that up too. In 1976, a movie called Soylent Green came out. It was about New York City in the year 2022. And it was talking about how the ocean sea was dying and how plankton is dying. Now, if you Google plankton is dying, there was an article made in 2017 that talks about how the ocean is dying due to global warming. So if you check out, I'm gonna get to Soylent Green, but either way, right here, she's saying, we're the pollution, we're the bacteria. Okay? By all means.
But like all living organisms, the Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection.
Woo!
The original and rightful rulers, the Titans. They are part of the Earth's natural defense system, a way to protect the planet, to maintain its balance. But if governments are allowed to contain them, destroy them, or use them for war, the human infection will only continue to spread, and within our lifetime, our planet will perish, and so will we.
So, how come Apocalypse and this chick are talking hand in hand? Huh? Why am I sitting here saying, yo, we better start changing our ways before God? In fact, it's already spoken. The Bible's already spoken. This place is prophesied to be judged. So all I've been always saying is that we need to get a closer connection with God, because stuff is about to turn up. Do you understand what time of a time we're in? Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Unless we restore balance.
And what's going to be left if you do this? A dead, charred world overrun by monsters?
No, Dr. Stanton, the exact opposite. Just like how forest fire replenishes the soil or how a volcano creates new land, we have seen signs that these creatures will do the same. San Francisco, Las Vegas, wherever the Titans go, life follows, triggered by their radiation. They are the only thing that can reverse the destruction that we started. They are the only guarantee that life will carry on. But for that to happen...
They just said radiation. Radiation is going to rebuild this place. Thermonuclear radiation. Hey, if you do some research, please check out UVB and UVC radiation. That is now ground level. The sun is spewing it out. And then not to mention we have these 5G towers going up. That's more radiation. Okay? Radiation is a cancer agent. Yo, that's why she's saying that it helps rebuild nature. Trees, everything else grows. You know why? Because humans ain't there to destroy it. They're not there to like dig a hole or make a mess. You understand? That's where we would need radiation. If that's the case, the sun should be full of trees. Isn't that supposed to be a nuclear reactor up there? Isn't that supposed to be radiation? Huh? UVA, UVB, UVC. That's pure radiation. Shouldn't the trees be up in the sky? Of course not.
We must set them free.
You are murdering the world.
No, because as difficult as this will be, I promise humanity will not go extinct. Using the Orca, we will return to a natural order, a forgotten order where we coexisted in balance with the Titans.
You see that? Everybody's always promoting peace. And this is the villain. You hear what she said? Yo, you're going to murder the world. And if you've seen the movie, I implore you, check that movie out. Okay, they were already out there. They were already doing their dances on top of buildings. Okay, check this out though.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Where are you going? You need to spend more time here with your family. Ow.
Now, this is Soylent Green. Due to the ocean, now, right now, you can Google it right now and put in plankton is dying, and you'll see 2017 article talking about how global warming is messing up the ocean or killing off the sea plankton. Now, check it. Hold on.
Don't understand. I've got proof. They need proof. I've seen it. I've seen it happening. They've got to tell people. Tell them what? The ocean's dying. Plankton's dying. It's people. Soylent Green is made out of people.
Soylent Green was the food in the movie. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, these are different movies and what you want to say to us. What I'm saying is the modern day villains are the ones that are promoting peace. That's what I want to say to you. I also want to say to you, most above all, start making a connection with God and do your own research. Check this stuff out for yourself. Don't just listen to me and just see the different movies. I've been putting up streams for a while. You may have missed a few of my streams. Sometimes I go on a rant or a tandem. But if you sit and you try to understand what I'm saying, you'll actually, you get something out of it. Anyway, Soylent Green was the food that the people was eating in this movie. We now have Soylent on our store shelves. I don't know who, this came out like 5 years ago. Soylent actually made it to the store shelves. and now we have these Impossible meats and Beyond meats that are plant-based meats. These are meatless meats, but they taste like meat. How is that possible? People, please, I check this movie out. Go do your own research and see what this movie was talking about. They had a book about the ocean in it from the year 2015 to 2019. Who helped make this movie? They either had to be a millionaire psychic, or they just lucked up and hit the pot. Okay, because now our ocean's actually dying. There's Soylent on the shelf, and we have meatless burgers. Yo, how do you get a Now, for years we had veggie burgers. Why did we have to come out with a meatless patty? And how is the consistency that of meat? I'm telling you, you better check it out.
They're making our food out of people. Next thing they'll be breeding us like cattle.
Whoa! Now, if you don't think, look at that. Look right there in the corner. Where's that? Over here? Right there. Look, 1973. This is when this movie was made. Okay. Now look. If you don't think they're breeding you like cattle, then you don't know about Planned Parenthood and you don't know about abortion clinics. Okay? They're taking... Now, this is a worldwide thing. Every place in the world has an abortion clinic, or most places in the world have an abortion clinic. Okay? The Koreans are selling the foreskin so people can get facials. Is that normal? Is that cool? Is that natural? Okay? Then, if you do a little research on Cenomix, you'll find out that Frito-Lay, Pepsi, Ocean Spray, these companies are using fetal tissue for flavor enhancers. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. If you don't think that we're not in Soylent Green, you have not done no research. And the stuff that I just ran down to you, you're not going to do no research. You're not even going to listen to anything I just told you. Senomyx. SENOMYX. Okay? Hold on. Just in case you're like, nah, this guy's bugged out. Hey, hold on. Oh, wait, what? Never read that book. Hey man, life is going by too fast for me to be wanting to read the book. The only book I read is the Bible, and you know why? Because I link it to what's going on. And startlingly enough, that's coming true. So everyone that sits there and says, "Hey, you know what? That Bible's made up," how come I'm able to pair off with stuff that's actually happening? What's up with that?
For food. You gotta tell them.
Oh, hold on. Just in case you don't think that people are getting facials, okay? People are getting penis facials.
You know what? If I had the choice between having,
this is how bad the abortions are getting. They're getting bored with the abortions.
So in New York, when they had some downtime shooting Ocean's 8, Sanders sat down with Ellen and explained exactly what it was.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these, some of you, I think many of you know it, and it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes the skin.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
So after the baby gets circumcised, they take off the extra skin. And actually, you know what they're not going to tell you? That she actually uses aborted fecal cells. But they're not going to tell you that, okay? They're going to tell you that she uses foreskin from a baby, okay? And she gets it stuffed into her face so she could continue looking young, okay?
That's what it is.
Okay. I don't think, it's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face.
Now, if you think that this stuff is manipulated, or the movies are manipulated, I don't know what more I can show you. I can just piece it together for you, and then I implore you to do your own research. But if you choose not to do your research, then you're going to believe that I'm manipulated. But I'm not the person that just put this up a year ago, penis facials. Okay? There's penis facials. If you think that's okay and that's normal, then I implore you to check yourself into the nearest psychiatrist. Okay? Because that is very psychotic.
Thanks of collecting it and having it we'll do something with this.
And why didn't we come up with that?
Right.
Yeah. And so.
Now, these are our successful people. These are, well, that goes back to the modern day villains, okay? Is she not a modern day villain? Is that not Cruella de Vil? Huh? Remember Cruella de Vil wanted to kill Dalmatians for a coat? Well, she's saying skin the babies so she could put it in her face, okay? So if you're cool with that, you keep reading Asmavo, or Asmav, okay? I'm not going to do that. You can remove yourself, but this is where we're at. We're in a cannibalistic society. This is what we're being taught. Meanwhile, in our movies, they're teaching us that the villains are the ones that want peace. No more wars, no more missiles. Restart civilization. And you said, what? No, you're out of your mind. I love my technology. You're bugged out. This isn't interesting. Hey, you know what? Go watch the other guy with the mask on that's doing the cool stuff and talking, okay? Just go do that. Go do something somewhere else. But here, this is what we're going to talk about. How crazy and depraved that this world has become. That a rich woman would actually have no problem putting aborted cells on her face. Or dead cells. Okay? That's where we're at.
We call it, I call it the penis facial, and I think when you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist and say, give me the penis.
Give me the penis, okay? Okay? So, just in case you don't think that they're breeding us like cattle, just like he said in Soylent Green, because I don't know what he was saying, that the movies are manipulated. That was in 1976. 1973 that they made that movie. So how am I bugged out? You tell me about that. That they said that they're going to start breeding us like cattle for food, and they're getting so bored with the with the aborted fetuses that they're doing facials. Oh, hold on. Yo, oh man, hold on. Check this out. Oh, YouTube's a bad place to get information. That's what he just told me. That's what he just told me. Somebody's not Googling.
Another type of mouse that they make under this contract, they say they were making with human fetal liver and thymus from babies at 20 to 24 weeks.
Okay, you hear that? All right, just in case you're like, nah, yo, you're reaching, bro. Okay, check this out.
Year contract, it's optionally renewable each year. The next renewal date is December 5th of this year.
Now, this is Senomix, okay? This is Senomix. They're finding out that Planned Parenthood is selling aborted baby parts for food additives and for the food market, okay? This is where Soylent Green is coming in. This movie was made in 1976. He's telling me I'm manipulated, but this is actually happening on our store shelves.
It's got 2 more years on it. But according to the solicitation that the NIH put out for this contract, the contractor is required to produce 2 different types of quote-unquote humanized mice. And each of these 2 types of humanized mice need to be made with human fetal liver and thymus. And they have to make 1 cohort, so to speak, of each of these mice each month, one of them being 50 mice that are made from 1 donor baby, and another being up to 40 mice made from 1 donor baby. So if the contract follows the solicitation, which by the way I published with my story, then the contractor, UCSF, would have to get tissue from 2 late-term aborted babies every month to...
He said, next, they're going to be breeding us like cattle for food, okay? All right, so if I'm just reaching, why is this on the screen? If this is fake news, then what are they playing with? Aborted pig parts? What are they playing with over there, huh? You let me know. And you got to know that there's always a scientist in the lab doing some weird stuff, trying to play God or do his best to be the next person to come up, okay? So, this is where we're at. These are the new modern villains, and the ones that's being promoted to you on screen are promoting peace. They're saying we want this kind of stuff to stop. The Bible says that it has to stop, and this will stop. And guess what? In the Bible, it also says in Revelations chapter 16, verse 5, that the angel will pour the wrath of God onto the streams of the rivers and fountains, and the waters shall become as blood. Okay? And you know why? Because God's actually watching everyone sit down here and become new bred cannibals. New bred cannibals. And he's going to eventually say, drink blood. Okay?
Make these mice for the federal government.
If this isn't a reason to start turning vegan, I don't know what else is. Okay? Because I remember seeing a video like a few weeks ago. In fact, I could probably pull it up. It's not even really relevant, but it's more aggravating than relevant. I actually seen people fighting over the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and there was like numerous of these videos. You're like, wow, yo, what kind of addictive drug they got in that chicken? He said chicken so good, make you want to smack your mama.
That is contracted for them to do that.
So how common is this medical research? They need a tissue to make humanized mice?
Yes, it's very common. The NIH itself estimates that in fiscal year 2018 that just ended, they spent $103 million on research using human fetal tissue. This year they're estimating they're going to spend about $95 million. UC San Francisco is by no means the only medical school or research institute around the country that is getting federal money either through a contract or a grant to make these kind of mice. They're being made all over the country. And I will say in the literature that people at UCSF who are working under this contract have put out in medical journals, they describe what type of mouse that they transplant with human fetal intestine that comes from babies that they say were aborted for non-medical reasons in an elective termination at 18 to 24 weeks gestation. Another type of mouse that they make under this contract, they say...
Why were those babies aborted? For no reason? Innocent bloodshed? What? Are you kidding me? Hey, go back. Go back to that girl, and she said, we are the infection of the planet. We cause wars, pollution, and what was the other? Oh man, yo, that's them. That's not me. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
They were making with human fetal liver and thymus from babies at 20 to 24 weeks of gestation. So we're talking about organs that come from babies who are aborted in late term in order to allow this federally funded research, in this case under a federal contract, to go forward.
Why is the federal government continuing to make these grants? Are there not alternatives?
Well, one of the things
The federal government, now if you go into Soylent Green, which was made in 1976, there was a tribunal of judges that was doing research about the fact that they were starting to put human bodies into the food. And they said the research is startling. She said, I found a lot of research. This is in 76, people. So when they come out with this Impossible Burger or this Beyond Burger and it's a meatless burger, understand that you're not eating a lettuce or a veggie burger, okay? This isn't a veggie burger. This is some concoction that our government helped create, okay? That's where we're at.
I asked 16 specific questions to HHS, which oversees the NIH, about this particular contract. They didn't answer my specific questions, but they did give me a statement, which I published in full. And in the statement, they did point out that there's one program they're sponsoring right now to try and make these kind of mice with umbilical cord blood and see if that works. Now, the type of mouse, and hopefully that will work, because then they wouldn't need an aborted baby to make these mice. But the type of mice this contract calls for specifically requires human fetal liver and thymus, and at those ages of gestation that I talked about that they mentioned in their literature.
So if this is normal and you're okay with this, you actually need to check yourself into a medical physician. But if you're not cool with this, then you really need to start building up a connection with God, okay? Because we're in them times. This isn't about doom and gloom. Somebody tried to tell me that I was living by fear. How? This is happening. This is happening with my consent or without my consent. I could look the other way and play Madden or NFL or NBA, or I could actually look at what my reality's turning into. Okay, and it's something disgusting. It's a cannibalistic world, dog eat dog world, and we actually need to start getting on our knees and praying to God. You understand? I love you all. Thank you. I just want to do this quick video real quick, okay? I thank you all for sitting here listening to the stream. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Yo, man, it's always something happening. Either way, I wanted to get off. I send nothing but holy love out to y'all guys. I hope that everything goes good for you today. I want to say a prayer with you. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory is yours forever and ever. Amen. Yo, bro, I'm going to try to come back out eventually, but you know what? Just make a connection with God. That's the point. That's the point in time we're seeing new stuff go down, so this is the time. Let's start praying. You're trying to get people to eat cannibals.